It's alive. We are live. Live. Really. Seriously.
Hey, Nick, can you spare some change?
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm kind of broke. All I have on me is debt.
Oh.
Sorry, debit. No. Yeah, my debit card. Not debt. I have debt. I have lots of debt.
I was going to say, you carry the debt on you?
Yes, I carry my debt. It's like, here, have some debt.
Oh, shit, I don't want that.
All right, so
Nick carries the dead with him.
Carry the dead. Bring out your dead. Oh, I wish I had a bottle of Bring Out Your Dead. So, on all that notes, we are back with Beer Analysis 101. Your host, Maxwell Starr, and tonight we are doing a variety of I'm This Broke beers. So, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but beer prices have gotten fucking expensive even in Ontario, especially in New Brunswick, whereas beer prices are crazy right now. So, it's becoming a bit of a chore to pick out something that, oh, you know what? I'd love to have that triple hazy IPA made with like lactose sourced from yak's milk pastry stout with vanilla and shit. Literal
Where
shit.
can I buy that?
Dan's like, what? Where's this?
Yeah,
I'd love to be able to buy those $7-8 cans of whatever all the time, but I can't. I just can't. And it's the prices are getting exorbitant. Like, even the most economical beers are getting like more than $3. Like, beer prices are especially crazy here in New Brunswick, where you want to buy a can of anything, it's almost minimum $4. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Moosehead costs like $4.60 for a 500 ml can. That's crazy.
Moosehead will make you homeless, so don't drink it.
Yeah, Moosehead will make you homeless. Literally. All right, so we are here tonight with I'm This Broke. What kind of beers would you guys drink when you're broke? What would you how low would you stoop to session something while you're poor? All right, so that said, let's get over to Redbeard, who I'm sure has had to sink to desperate measures to drink shit before.
Not.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Glad to be here. Yeah.
I always look here.
Super stoked to have this beer I bought today.
What beer is it?
If I'm broke, I just wouldn't drink beer probably because I don't like stuff like this.
Must wash.
Well, to be honest, I can drink Bud or Coors Light or something, and I don't like it, but it's not bad. But this, I'm assuming, we did it a while ago. I can't remember, but I grabbed a can of Lech.
Oh, that's Polish beer.
It's usually $2.90, and I walked in the LCBO. It was in the fridge, 20 cents off, so $2.70 a can.
Oh, so you saved on that just to pay more taxes. Awesome.
So again, I don't know. I don't recall what I thought of it, but if it just ends up being some generic kind of macro-y beer, then I might be okay with it. So
I'm waiting for a B to show up in front of that L.
That's what I'm saying. We did a BA on it for sure. I remember that.
So I can't remember Ontario. Do you guys is the prices before or after tax? Like, is tax included in the shelf price?
Yes. Included.
Okay, so in other words, yeah, $2.90 for a can. That's a pretty good, pretty decent price. All right.
Like, I know so the Laker beers, which I like, that's too far down the rung of like hobo beer for me. They're like just over $2 a can, I believe. So that's like the lowest of the low when it comes to buying a tall boy a beer in Ontario. So,
all right.
I usually find that if you're going to go for cheap beer, like cheap lagers, going for a cheap European lager is always far superior than a cheap North American lager.
Agree.
For me, like Bud or Coors are completely serviceable for me, but cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right. On that note, let's go from one Pollock to another. Let's hi, Greg.
All right, so I've arrived in full uniform. I have my shirt that has a rip in it. Look at that.
Perfect.
Look at that. See,
I'm surprised you don't shave your armpits.
I'm totally. I don't shave my armpits. I don't. That's my one. That's the one last vestige of manliness that I got to hang on to. Look, I'm even wearing my flip flops that have seen better days. And
duct tape on those.
And also, there's no duct tape on them. They're just ripping.
I thought it was duct tape.
No, there's no duct tape. They're just ripping. Also, we're gonna be trading Arnold in for this generic lab because we can't afford Arnold anymore. So that's my homeless story. So now that I've set the tone for the thing, listen, what is the cheapest beer in the world?
Free beer.
Well, you're close. The cheapest beer in the world is the one you already have. So therefore, why don't I just drink this since I already have it? But I'm not actually going to see. Look, Nick's getting mad. Nick's like, that's not how you're supposed to do.
Oh, I would have accepted it.
I know, but I don't want to make Papa Low angry. But anyways, I interpret cheap beer as what do I want to just get the maximum amount of alcohol into me for the longest time. So it's my yearly competition of which one of these would I rather drink under a bridge, Max 10% or Crest 10%. We're gonna do them both. We're splurging. Oh, there'll be a Cooey, and we're gonna find out which of these is the cheapest beer. Now this one is smaller now, but it's both these have actually gone up in price. This one is smaller. It's the regular tall boy size, $4.10 a can. Now this one is $4.20 a can, but it's still a 500 milliliters. So in terms of value per milliliter, this guy's the winner right off the bat.
The Crest can looks kind of funny when you hold it up to the camera because you can see the glass through it. It's like it's the Rickard Shandy version of Crest.
well, this is my budget glass.
I get lemon Crest.
When my wife used to work at Molson, they gave you so many ridiculous amounts of glass. I think we got like 24 of these for free because they're just like, hey, you want them? And
nice.
we can't give them away. So if anyone wants any of these, I have some you can have. I have lots you can have. We tried to give as many to Marson as we could, but he would only take so many.
All right. So which one are you favoring there, Greg?
You know what? I'll go with the Fax 10% since I have the feeling Lady Lee may have brought the counterpart.
That's kind of why I went that way. All right. So thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Lady Lee and see what she brought. Hi, Lee. First of all,
hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Nice jersey.
It's the Montreal one.
Woo.
Montreal women.
Canadians?
Montreal women. No.
Oh,
yeah.
Maple Leafs just scored.
PWHL.
Yeah, Maple Leafs.
So, as someone who is broke because she's trying to pay for school, the cheapest beer I can find is a free beer. How do I find free beer? Well, people bring them to Lou Dogs and they're given to me. So this was free.
What the hell is that?
Woodhouse. What is that? It's Woodhouse.
Blueberry.
Oh, no. It's an Ashley Sexton beer.
I've never even heard of that. That sounds really good.
Now, the thing is, I'm basically mimicking Greg at this point because I had the same joke to make the free beer, but I also bought the hobo.
Yay,
she's
hobo
turning
beer.
into Lady Greg here.
Greg and I think on the same fucking level.
Well, we know that.
That's Lady Lee. That's something you should almost be afraid of. I feel like.
I mean,
you're thinking like Greg.
Our minds are always in the gutter.
We're identical. Yeah. We're literally identical. Like that's it. Like it's pretty obvious at this point.
Except you're wearing a cool jersey instead of a torn up shirt from a
beer
fest. This is probably like the most expensive thing I own.
Yeah, she does.
So,
she does dress better than I do.
Yeah, I put good money into it, so I'm gonna wear it all the time. And I also did pick a losing glass as well. So
they're winning right now.
Yeah, they're currently winning actually.
Oh, are they winning the series?
If they win this game, they will be.
I'm gonna have a Blue Jays glass.
Blue Jays are doing not too bad.
Alrighty, so we got Lee accounted for. Now I know that the idea of this whole BA101 tonight came from Dan. So I know Dan's excited. He actually even showed up for time. He hasn't even eaten yet.
I even went over to my local library and hooked up a long Ethernet cable so I can have internet tonight, and the free internet and everything. So
If only Scott did that from his trip.
Hey, it's an idea.
Yeah.
So I went out and I've been looking at all these prices going $30 for 4 beers. Can I really afford that? So I thought, what's the better way of doing this? So I went to the cheapest place I could think of, and that's the Costco liquor store. And lo and behold, I found this beer, this 24-pack of beer for $30.
Jesus.
And after everything said and done, after taxes, after deposit and everything, it comes to $1.41 a beer. So tonight, I'm going to see how juicy, because I like my juicy IPAs, this Granville Island Kitsilano juicy IPA is going to be.
What the fuck is that? What?
Granville Island
Kitsilano?
Kitsilano juicy IPA. So Kitsilano is a place in BC that they named it off of, and it comes in at 5.5%, and it even shows the hops, the how hoppy it is. It shows how malty it is, and I think this is going to be. I mean, 355 milliliter, $1.41 a can. I can't go wrong. So I'm living large today.
The hell. You keep having a block appear over your face, Dan.
So basically, when I go and refocus, it now has an eye thing on it. I've got to fix that.
Yeah, I see that.
Focus on my eye. So this is me being all unfocused and shit. So
yeah, that shit's turned off mine. So
yeah, I've got to try and work on that, but just not right now.
Anyway, all right. Thank you, Dan. So I guess that all comes down to the moment everybody's waiting for. What the heck did I bring? Well, I brought not only just I threw the can of the one I'm drinking out, but I also have a can of it on standby and another can of it here because I decided to go, okay, I'm going to say, like, what's a good value when it comes to drinking alcohol, like getting that beer doesn't taste bad, but it's also a good value for ABV. There is actually one beer that I've been sessioning lately that I was going to bring tonight, but I decided against it. And it's because it looks like it was just discontinued at NB Liquor, and it's just disappearing off the shelves. I can't hardly find it anymore. It was like Wernsgrüner Pilsner from former East Germany, and it's just like, which was like $3.29 a can for a half decent European Pilsner. But damn it, I can't fucking get it anymore. Stupid NB Liquor. So I ended up instead buying an 8-pack of this beer that I did bring for $20. So think about that. That's $20 for 8 of them. That's, I know they're 355 milliliter cans, but that's still $1.20 a can. $2.50 a can, which is a pretty good value for New Brunswick, which is probably one of the best named macro beers out there. Molson Triple X strong beer, 7.3%. A beer that doesn't really taste like shit, but it's got a name that sounds like it does. All right, so we've got Henry from Skalitz saying the lady and come drink and smoke and in my wife's medieval gaming and smoking room.
I'm pretty sure it says that the lady can come. I think him and his wife have a thing for Lady Lee, if I recall last time he was here.
Oh, well, you got all the Lee that you can handle.
We're good.
All right.
We don't have to show Lee's face right now.
Okay. Okay, so let's move away right along and circle back and put Carrie up in front of the screen and say, Carrie, what's your history with this beer? I know you do have one.
You can go on this channel that you're watching right now and search for Lech, and a beer analysis that happened in the past will appear in front of you. You can watch that analysis and you can see my history with the beer.
That's a fucking cop-out, Carrie.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the only other time I've had the beer aside from right now. So that's my history. How's it a cop-out? My history is recorded. It's there. You can see my history.
So I'm just looking to see when we did it. You know what? We did beer analysis of Lek Premium back in.
It's Lek Premium. Oh, I guess
Lek
it does
Premium.
say premium down there. Fair enough.
You know what the funny part is? We did Lek Premium for Beer Analysis 101 in May 20th, 2020. Sure. And you're not there. Ashley Sexton is. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Do
I like
I
how you're
show
all
up
looking
at some
down.
point?
That's a perfect picture. All of you are looking down all at the same time.
Like what?
Yeah. And I only see radar shows up close to the end.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe Carrie doesn't actually have a history for this beer.
No, like I bought a can because we were doing it, and I must have had to work or something.
Yeah, probably. That could be very well what it is.
It was that memorable.
And Boston just tied
apparently.
it up.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Jazz is coming on that chat. I remember Jimmy Jazz. I remember when people used to watch this channel. All right, so yeah. Anyway, that was our history on. That's the history on Redbeard wasn't there, but I always had it before.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to Greg and Greg. Greg, what's your history on Facts 10?
I feel like I feel like I drink it on this channel and Crest. I feel like I drink them both about once a year because every time we do a show that's similar in theme to this, it's like, okay, well, what can I get into me that has a lot of alcohol for not so much money? And for some reason, in fact, I even brought this guy. If you remember, I brought it to our non-alcoholic show, and where it masqueraded as Facts 0%. It's the greatest non-alcoholic beer of all time.
And you just about had all of us fooled. Yep.
Almost.
There's a certain amount of me that kind of feels like people use this as an excuse to drink the most like highest ABV for the lowest price beer that they can get. Instead of looking at
wow, Nick, you're just a fucking detective.
Getting the shittiest beer that you'll actually drink. Well, I suppose
you're
just
a detective.
It's kind of the same thing.
Now, also to show that I'm really poor, look, I'm eating pizza as well. So,
oh boy,
holy shit! Greg bought pizza.
Well, I didn't buy it. My mom bought it, but
that actually looks kind of horrid.
I had Papa John's last night, so
my sister bought Pizza Hut today.
At this point.
Although I'm here, actually, the pizza is actually a lot more expensive. Like I could have gotten Domino's for like $10 less than we got these, but oh well.
No, it's been less than a week since I had pizza. I had pizza on Friday because work bought it.
Well, free pizza.
Which I did. Which I tried. I tried pizza's cauliflower crust, and my advice is don't. Cauliflower crust with the plant-based pepperoni.
I've tried the plant-based pepperoni and it wasn't bad, but the cauliflower crust I don't think I've tried.
Pepperoni wasn't bad until you burp it up afterwards, and then you realize it sucks.
Well, yeah, a lot of things change depending how you burp them after.
All right, so thank you, Greg.
Basically my history is probably like Redbeard. Check out this channel of anytime we do a poor man's beer, and that's it. If next month you do a theme of what would you like to drink on a nice summer day under a bridge at 8 a.m. in the morning, guess who's coming back?
Speaking of coming back, hi, Paul. Cheers, Paul.
Cheers, Paul.
Speaking of things coming out from underneath the bridge. All right, so let's move over to Laylee, who's definitely not coming out from underneath the bridge. I was talking about Paul, not you.
You're the best thing that ever came under a bridge. By the way,
answer the question that came up earlier. I'm really interested to know what a medieval gaming room looks like.
It's close to a sex dungeon, but
I was gonna say, have you seen
like to play stories?
Have you seen her read 50 Shades of Grey?
I'm not saying that I'm not curious. I am curious. I am saying that I am curious. I was gonna say double negative, but that wasn't gonna work so well. Yeah, the smoking not so much though. Unfortunately, my lungs can't handle it. But the game. I
was once an adventurer like you, and then I took
an arrow to the knee.
All right, so I know you've got a history with Crest by now.
I do. I haven't even opened a can yet because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of staring at all of these.
Sorry, we haven't given you any time to actually open your beer.
No, you did. I'm just distracted. Okay. Yes. Greg, how you doing it? You're doing facts first? Oh, he already left. Okay.
Yeah, he's,
Nope.
he's
I'll do
doing
facts
facts.
first.
No, I'm here. I'm just shoving pizza in my face. Yeah, I'm doing facts first.
Then let's do facts first. We'll do the same first.
All right, let's.
So, history with facts. I have a history of facts as well. Greg and I did it last time together when we did the Dirty Hobo beers. So
Kinky.
this is literally a repeat of a repeat.
We love doing dirty hobo
We've
beers
repeated
together.
our repeats on a repeat. Cheers, everybody! Cheers with my dirty cheap beer.
Cheers.
Slanche.
Slanche. Slanche math. Alrighty. Let's go
That is a
to
fine quality product.
Cowboy Dan.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
harsh.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
He didn't say gay cowboy, Dan.
Jesus Christ.
Is there any other Dan though?
Well, fair.
Oh my goodness.
There's the Modest Mouse song. Cowboy
Alberta,
Dan.
home of the gay cowboy.
I'm
Cowboy
coming
Dan.
for you next.
He's the latest player on the Cowboy scene.
Anyway.
Goes to the reservation, gets drunk, and gets me.
Well, I am only 5 minutes away from it.
Broke back Rocky Mountain.
Mhm. So, my history with this beer. I may have had one, maybe two before this.
Two.
Granville Island, I have kind of avoided because Granville Island.
Oh my god, this beer's
So,
not how bad it is.
Are you having a good time?
I don't know if I can finish this.
So this is basically it for Dan's history, I take it.
Sorry, Dan.
you know what? Yep, I've had it a couple of times. There we go.
All right.
I'll let Lady Lee sit there
Nope,
and.
no, you're good. You're good.
Nope, no, it's all good. It's all good. You've ruined it. You have ruined it.
I mean, everyone prefers to watch Lady Lee choke anyway, so.
No,
You're not wrong.
I just took a big sip and I was very shocked.
Speaking of throttling,
Yeah, sorry, Dan.
Oh,
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
sounds good.
So yeah, I've had this beer a couple of times out of this 20.
Good God, let him talk.
No, that's something else that's happening right now.
Okay.
I've just been called up for dinner. So
All right. All right. Well, we'll pan away from you, Dan. Come back when you can.
I'll be right back.
Dan, you're working.
I know.
Stuff your
Now
dirty
that-
whore mouth with food.
That's what I just did.
Now that I'm like halfway through my second can of this in like the 20 minutes we've been live.
You're a professional.
Yeah, I know. Well, I gotta be able to take the high impact beers too. So where is it? This was a long time ago. The first time I ever had this beer was for Beer Review 93 on my channel, back when I still had the old yellow stove at the apartment. Recorded July 20th, 2011. So yeah, this is a beer review that I did almost 13 years ago. After a trip to Prince Edward Island, where I picked up a 12-pack of this beer. And then when I saw that the PEI LCC stores had Molson Triple X, I don't think I'd ever heard of it at the time. But as soon as I saw the name, I'm like, I have to have this. I must have this beer because I've always had this weird, perverse draw to not just the best of whatever we can get for craft beer, but also the worst of what we can get for macro shit. I'm like, you know what? Molson Triple X, the name alone makes me think, it's like, I don't know, this is going to be bad, but I want it. And I'm willing to buy a 12-pack of it. And I mean,
it tastes like a porno.
It's not like I had to pay duty to bring it back to across the border because we're in Canada and all. But it's also the whole, I did, Mr. Lady Lee, I know who that is.
Because I'm late. Get it?
Because you're late. Hi, Jamie. All right, so we'll get to you
Oh.
here in a second, and then we'll recap what beers we've got tonight, except for Dan, who has to go eat supper. Yeah, so the whole story.
If he's late.
The whole story with this is that I picked up a 12-pack of this in BI, and I had to have it as soon as I saw the name, and I never saw it again up until like 3-4 years ago when it finally showed up here in New Brunswick because Molson decided to produce it in can form, and we can either get it here in a tall boy for I think $3.99 a can, or I could get it for $20 for an 8-pack, and it's kind of a pretty decent deal, and for an 8-pack when you consider that's like
Who invited Darth Vader?
yeah.
James,
All right, so that's my history on that one. So
Jamie's breathing pretty heavy on that mic.
Jamie, are you jacking it? That's why you're not on camera.
I think I know what that beer is. So
Sorry,
hey, Jamie,
Hi.
from his
Sherlock
basement
Holmes
in
in the shadow.
Alberta.
So
Yeah, I know.
Greg might know this.
Jamie Hitchcock.
Yeah, it's Ziviet.
Yeah, it's Jamie Hitchcock.
Yeah, that's a microphone right here.
Oh, I
Sure
thought
is.
you were smoking a pipe.
I thought you were smoking a pipe. That's why I made the Alfred Hitchcock comment.
So I brought Gviets.
Zivich. How do you spell that again? What's the last? I'm trying to spell this fucker. It's ZYWIC. Okay.
Maybe make sure you get the thing over the Z.
So this is yet another Polish lager, I think.
Open up character map. Make sure you get that thing over the Z.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they call that an umlaut.
Is that? I thought the umlaut was the 2 dots.
Or
Yeah,
no,
the
actually,
umlaut
it's actually it's above the Z, so it's an accent zegu.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
No.
No, it's all in this.
Oh my god.
Exotica. Radar here, he would tell us for sure what it is.
Probably the best French joke that's ever been told.
Oh.
Zagu sounds like a weird pasta sauce.
So this is another Polish beer, but it's probably more well known what Kim Carey's drinking. So I'm gonna show. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I hope my sound isn't too bad. I just times are tough, so I found this new hobby that you can actually, like, if you find a bunch of wires, if you take them off and like just bring them in, the copper inside is worth money.
Oh yeah.
So I'm over at a friend's house. He's not in right now. And I'm just pulling a bunch of these wires out. Like, they're not really doing much. Like,
I mean, they're just sitting in the dude's house. You may as put them to good use, right?
Yeah. And I found a hockey stick here. Like, if anyone is looking for a hockey stick, I'll put it back up on my MySpace page. I've got a
Kijiji.
MySpace still exists.
Yeah, one of those Kijiji. Kijiji.
Years
Hit me
ago.
up on Kijiji.
Why don't
Somebody
you
in
put
this
it in the
area a
newspaper
few-
classified?
Yeah.
So somebody here a few years ago stole a bunch of copper from like one of these TV tower things or something. There were all these they shut down the 911 service for like the night or something. It was quite the thing.
Yeah. So I went to the just like a random store, and I just looked around. What is the cheapest 4-pack that I could find, or just like a good deal on? Like, there's a bunch of Alberta, like trash beers that you can buy for low money. But I found this Żywiec, if I'm saying that correctly. It was $12 for a 4-pack. So I thought, yeah, it's pretty good.
Damn good. They're like 500 ml or 473 ml cans.
Yeah. So it's not like a 8% or like super high ABV beer, but if you want to have a couple beers and big beers for not too much money, it was a good one. So that's why I picked it. Sorry to interrupt your show.
That's all good.
How dare
All
you?
right. So that's Jamie for you. Let's do a recap because he just showed up for. I'll put Carrie up on screen. What are you drinking, Carrie? Lech.
Ugh.
Remember Lech?
Yeah.
Greg has got.
Well, I'm being double teamed by Fax 10% and Crest 10%, and they're both high-fiving in the middle.
Eiffel Tower.
Nice.
Oh yes, Nick got it.
All right.
Nick got it.
Lady Lee is doing the same.
Oof.
I'm double teaming Greg.
Jesus.
I think they're double teaming you.
They are tonight.
And Dan, oh shit, Dan's eating supper, so he can't tell us who's bringing.
Dan had something from Granville Island.
Granville
from
Island Kit Solano Juicy IPA because he was able to get a fucking 2-4 of Granville Island which I think Granville Island's like owned by Labatt or Molson, isn't it? I forget which one.
If Costco's Ontario sold beer, I would try that. How bad could it be?
I'd try it for that price.
So basically, lech and a bunch of yech.
Yeah,
that's basically
their
it.
own. So yeah, they're owned by Creemore Springs subsidiary of Molson. So Dan.
They bought. Tonight. Yeah, that was back in the day when Molson first started getting to craft, like around 2006-ish or so, where they bought the two of them, and then it was like, hey, now we're a craft beer company, and then they left them alone for a while, and they were pretty good. And I haven't tried Granville Island lately, but if it's anything like what they've done to Creemore, it's not so good anymore.
Yeah. And what's yours, Nick?
Mine is another Molson Triple X.
Oh, I choose Nick.
Corn of the years.
Granville Island, I don't think I've ever had anything that's been from them that's been truly great. It's been a while since I've had anything from it all, and I can't remember what it was. I know I'm looking over that. I know they were owned by Molson then. So when I hear Greg talk about it, it's like, oh, that they were part of Molson, and then they were okay for a while, and they went down. Like, Molson's Granville Island's never been great to me. Creemore Springs used to be good, and now it's just meh. So
yeah.
Anyway,
and also people in the town of Creemore hate it too, because now the factory takes up half the damn town.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, like Creemore Springs. Like Creemore Springs is not a big town, but Creemore Springs Brewery is massive.
It's basically one main. It's basically one main street with then houses on kind of along it, and then you got further up farms and houses. Like I think they claim there's about a population of about 1,000 people there. And yeah, it used to be that the Creemore Springs was like this little store, and then like a little brewery in behind. Kind of very country-ish. And now it's just this massive factory that you can see from space. Yeah, they protested against it, but as is always the case, big company won because they owned the property and they wanted to build it. It's like
one of those like small like touristy communities that becomes like a big tourist hit. Like here in New Brunswick, that's what Lady Lee and lead to it. St. Martin's. It used to be a really small seaside town. Then it got popular with the tourists, and there's all kinds of fleas, as they call them. Lots of tourists come in every year and flock to the town, and it doesn't have the same small town feel as they used to. There is nothing they can do with it, but they are people coming into town to give them the money, I guess. So maybe that is different from Granville Island, which is not Granville Island. Creemore Springs probably isn't benefiting so much from the money. Is there really tourist dollars being brought in from people wanting to go visit the brewery? Do they have a tap room?
They do have a tap room. They do have a thing. So I will say, I'll be positive for a second. They have basically, like I said, Creemore Springs is very much, it is a main street, and it's a long main street. And, it's like a small town, like as you'd expect in the, when you get to fall and Halloween, it's decorated. It's got nice fall decorations. It's got nice Halloween decorations. To Molson's credit, what they did is they kind of built the factory back. So the store used to be on the main street. They built the factory further back. So really, if you're not looking for it, you don't see the massive factory. And then what they did to compensate is just made the storefront huge. So it still kind of fits with the theme. So it actually looks all right in terms of you'll probably be able to see.
Yeah, so it's got like this little small
that's
feel.
the old that's the old storefront. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm just showing, and then there's the breweries right here.
Yeah,
but if you go pan out Google Maps, you see the fucking factories. Like
this is outdated. That's okay, there it is. That's the current new storefront. So yeah, that's a bit of an eyesore once you get to the end of the town. But so when you went back at first, that's their old storefront over there, and they still kept it. And then, but I don't even know if that's a store anymore.
Well, this is like August 2023, so I don't know if is that their store, because they get the patios right here.
Yeah, so I don't know what they are, because when I went there last time, basically the main store entrance is somewhere ish there where I'm pointing, and I know you can't see it, but
it's all like bullshit. The founder of the brewery and before they were bought out and sold.
Yeah, and they have a great tourist attraction there. They have like the world's smallest prison, where it's like little, basically a room they'd put people when they were too drunk. I don't know. Don't ask me where it is in the town, but it's somewhere there.
Creemore Home Hardware. Oh, it's actually a Home Hardware.
Yeah, they have an I think on one of the side streets they have an LCBO there. It's a small little thing, basically just selling Budweiser and Canadian.
Pizza, perfect.
Oh, Nick's going.
And in the apothecary, it's where you can get weed and shit.
I think I went to the restaurant on the right, in that blue restaurant that basically exactly opposite of where you're pointing right now.
Oh yeah, over here.
Yeah, that one. I think I went to that one. Is that
you went to the pharmacy? Huh?
No, that's not a pharmacy. Clearly, maybe it's the next building over. I don't know. I think there's a restaurant right over there I went to that was pretty good. But
like right next door to it.
I think so.
I see there's a patio right here.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Whatever this is.
I think so. It was pretty good, and it was like, I mean, granted, it was a while ago, but it was pretty good prices.
The bank cafe. It looks like a nice little town, to be honest. Somebody's gonna play.
It is a pretty town, and like I say, if you go there in fall, it's like, oh, well, now we're just
a nice gravel bike right there.
There we go. Now, thank God they blurred out the woman's face, so like you don't make a plan to steal it from her now.
Exactly. Well, there's a food van, Creemore Pizza, but yeah, it's like small town, and there's this massive brewery in the middle of it. And it's not like it doesn't look like it's that big of a brewery, but I noticed that they said something about on the map here. Their Creemore Springs distribution centers up here somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. I don't know.
It's just another case of big companies, ruining small towns, like how North Bay used to be the most north. And that,
and then they started building.
They kept building more north. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Taking away your north title. Yeah. All right, let's go to reading some comments. Any volunteers to read some comments?
Sure.
All right, we're
Paul. We've run up to Paul, and off the 10th, Chris is in here asking a question, and then we're commenting. I'm assuming on Nick's internet he was sharing.
Oh yeah,
like
always.
I probably got easily as many, if not more, tabs open. Yeah. Why not? There's no why not? If you got a lot of RAM, fuck it. Open your tabs. Who the fuck cares?
No, I can't do that. More than like 4 tabs. And so I'm out.
I've got probably at least 30, maybe more right now. Chris saying best Polska beer in my opinion. I believe he's talking about Jamie's beer. And Bubba Sadie's, cheers. Saying this is like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing.
Basically, yeah. I mean, Żywiec is sort of like it's kind of like the basic Polish beer. Like it's kind of the one that, hey, bring some Polish beer. The people bring Żywiec.
Lee Russell, bunch of broke motherfuckers. Guess you got too woke. Go woke, go broke. And of course, Zinger shows up for the drunk loser beers.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Lee is just angry tonight.
It's the Zinger Entrepreneur Power Hour after all.
Oh, fuck you, Nick. And you too, Lee.
Yes,
what did I do?
Not le.
Wrong.
Sorry, that's right.
No. You got Lee.
No, alcohol Jamie cost.
It's a shame Mr. Russell didn't join us. I feel he has some hobo beers in his hometown.
Yeah, Jamie Zinger killed those.
Come on, Jamie, cross the country. Come on, cross the country, motherfucker. Come on.
We'll do it.
Hey, Jamie actually might. He owns property in Ontario still, and he'll eventually realize the error of his ways.
Come on, bitch, cross the river Saskatchewan. Get over here. Come on.
Jesus. All right, so let's. I'm gonna actually bring it around. Why don't we talk about the beers we do have? So, Carrie, hi. How's your lucky drinking? Tell us proudly and loudly.
My luck is gone.
Your luck has run out.
Honestly, not bad. It's
Sorry.
It's perfectly serviceable. Like if somebody gave me that at a party or something, sure, no problem. Not something if I did have some kind of financial issue where I, was having to buy cheaper beer, it's about what? Normally $3.90, $2.90. Haze Mama being my kind of go-to is $3.65. So, I could save a little bit of money, but yeah, it's not bad. For the style, I give it like an 8. It's a good example of a European macro. And enjoyment? 6.75. I don't know. It's not bad.
All right.
It's all right. Meh.
Okay. Let's pan over to Mr. Greggy.
First of all, I agree with Carrie's meh. I think Polish beers in general, I find you're not generally going to find one that's disgusting. They're all kind of like meh. They're fine. They're reasonably priced, most of them anyway. I kind of find usually a go-to. Honestly, if I was hard up on money, I would just go for this because
I honestly was going to grab a can of that, but the LCBO I went to only had octopus, and it's a bit too bougie,
Octopus and Haze Mama are either the same price or very similar in price, and that's I guess if you want to go a little bit higher end. But if you're just looking for, I want something craft, but I don't want to pay a lot of money. Now, granted, I get it from the brewery, so it's cheaper. If you're not in the GTA, you don't have that option. Although, actually, that's not true. You do, because you can go to the beer store anywhere that sells it in cases, and you can ask them to get you a case. I think the LCBO might even do it for you too. And they'll give you the brewery price because they have to by law. So that's a fun fact. In fact, like I've told Carrie, if he actually asked the LCBO to get him a case of Haze Mama, they would sell to him at the brewery price.
I forget about that whenever I'm in there.
You forget about every good piece of advice I give you.
You're not wrong. I don't know why, because you've given me a lot. But yeah.
But even at the LCBO price, it's not that expensive. GLB is known for being pretty fair with their prices.
No, well, I've the Burdock, another brewery in Toronto. I had some of their beer recently and went online and checked. Minimum price for a case of their beer that comes in the small cans, like a case of one of their lagers, is like $85 or something. A case of Haze Mama is under 80. I think GLB is unbelievably well priced when it comes to their beers.
Also, Burdock, it's located like 3 blocks away from Bellwoods, so much like Bellwoods, you're paying for their rent when you buy beer from them.
Yeah, Bellwoods, I feel like you get more value though. Like a Burdock, the beers I've had from them have been okay, but like I've had Bellwoods beers that, in my opinion, are like fucking.
Bellwoods at this point is much bigger than Burdock. Burdock, I don't think, has grown that much, whereas Bellwoods is gigantic at this point.
Yeah, they're massive, but yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So,
new comment, Lady Lee, Bubba said
we're just going to continue with Greg, so he can do his thing.
Yeah,
that's fine. We'll continue with Greg. So he can do his thing.
Get that comment in a moment. So Greg's going to. Greggy's was the Bruins scored, by the way.
Anyway, good. I'm so happy, Nick. I'm going to do my sports ball dance.
Yeah.
There we go. There. I'm going to rip this a little bit more just out of excitement. There we go.
To prove a point.
Yeah, So I am actually double teaming this, or should I say these beers are double teaming me and high-fiving in the middle.
Cuvée?
Haven't done a cuvée yet. We'll do that maybe at the end, but so I'll be interested to know. I'm always interested to know what Lady Lee thinks, but I'm still sticking. Yeah, you're probably not having a good time. Neither am I. I'm still gonna right off the bat say that I think if I had to drink one of these beers, I would still pick the Fax 10%. Not because it's great, because it's just less offensive. I do find the crest is more offensive to me. Doesn't work for me. But the Fax 10%, and granted, these beers were already out for 20 minutes before we started the show, so they're warmer than they really should be. And this Fax 10% is still awful, but it's slightly less awful and slightly, making me wish I was drinking something else. So yeah, do I think? Now, granted, when I first started doing this thing, bless you, whoever sneezed.
Jesus,
when I first started doing this thing many years ago, what are we at? Like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years on BA101, and when I first remember picking up Fax 10%, you used to be able to get this beer for like $2, $2.20, $2.25, something like that, like something absolutely stupid. And I mean, even at that point, like, IPAs that were 7% were like, $3.25 or something like that. So it's like, okay, well, if I just want to get annihilated and I don't have money, this is a pretty good hobo beer. And quite frankly, the LCBO by my house has a bridge very close to it. And I ain't fucking kidding. They used to have guys that would just be there at like 7 a.m, grab a few of these, and they would walk under the bridge. And if you ever went like running or riding under there would just be, or in the park right beside, there was a stream. There would be a whole bunch of dudes just drinking there first thing. And they didn't look like homeless people. I'm pretty sure they were just alcoholics that were just hiding it from their spouse. Hey, to each their own, But to me, I think at this point, $4.10 a can. I mean, I guess if you just have to have absolute most amount of alcohol, because 10% alcohol is pretty high for a beer. I guess $4.10 is not terrible, but I'm kind of thinking at this point, like, you get 2 Polish beers for a little bit more money, and that might get you a little bit further. I would think. I don't know, but in terms of a shitty 10% beer, well, okay, let's say in terms of a hobo beer, if I just want to get drunk as quick as I can, this beer works. It's relatively inoffensive. So based on that very specific style, I would actually still give this an 8. Only based on that specific criteria. And I'm taking away 2 points because I feel it's getting too expensive at this point. Like, I still feel for the quality this beer it shouldn't really be out of the twos. Like, this should be like $2.75, $2.80, something like that. Like, I don't feel you can justify the quality of this beer charging any more of that. And just for reference, I mean, this Crest would probably be about a 7. I'd knock it down a point just because I find it less appealing.
Yeah, you're supposed to be going both, fucker.
I am doing both. Oh my God, you're being so mean to me. I'm homeless now. Jesus. Okay, since I'm being yelled at, yes, the Crest.
So what were your Fax 10 numbers again? Just to recap, Greg.
I've only done the style very specifically, and I gave that an 8 as a hobo beer. That's the style I'm rating it on. And this one, I don't know if you're keeping track. I'm going to give a 7 to, because I still feel it's a good hobo beer. It's not something that I hate. I can still drink it. I would just, comparing them side by side, I would rather drink it less. This actually has more flavor. So I just don't like the flavor that's there. If the flavor you like is here, then I could certainly see somebody liking this over Fax. Again, you're not really comparing 2 great beers. They're kind of like, which shit do you prefer? The brown one or the slightly blacker one?
Jesus.
But yeah, this one I prefer less, and this one gets worse as it gets warmer, whereas I find the Fax isn't as awful as it gets warmer. It's still not great though. And personal preference, I guess I'm gonna probably just say the Fax 10% is I'm gonna have to give it a 4 because it's not at the point where it's gross. And then with the Crest, I'll give it 3.5 to, because again, 3 is the point where I'm like kind of anything below this is gross, and these are both kind of on the borderline, but they're just a little above gross to me. So 3 is the point where I'm just like, okay, am I considering just absolutely not drinking this? Is my urge to vomit stronger than my urge to get drunk? So these are both slightly above that, so I give them that credit. So whatever. So I still maintain that I prefer the Fax over the Crest. And now I'd like to know what Lady Lee thinks.
Right. Oh, back to you, Greg.
Dun, dun, dun,
no!
Dun.
I know. I just wanted to say that, though.
Back to you.
Back to you.
Oh, back to you.
Okay. Oh, back to you. Okay, so I'm pretty fucked up. Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up. These beers are hitting me hard. Yeah. I didn't eat enough today, and I'm realizing that now. And
let me slip into your DMs.
Small person. Who knows? There might be nudes on my phone.
Yeah.
Joking. Be
surprised.
appropriate, people.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to answer Mercedes. He wrote my name correctly. If my name was Lee and I was a female, that's the way you write it. My
If you
name
were a
is written
female?
wrong. My name. You got a hard eye roll, by the way. My name is not written
I got
right.
a hard on.
It's written Leah. It is written Leah. That's it. When I tell people how to spell it, I'm like, it's like Leah. Because it's technically supposed to be pronounced Leah. He wrote it right. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yep,
This is the
that's
correct
why-
writing for female whose name is Lee.
That's why
The
I
end.
have to get Google Voice to pronounce this. I have to call her Lady Leah.
Yep. And you
Le.
have to add that H. Or
It was
le.
pronounced le.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now that we got that cleared out, yes, Parker is doing amazing. He's working. He's working out. He's doing everything. I see him on the occasion. He's a bit of a what do you call it? A hermit. He's a bit of a hermit. He likes to hang out on his own. He just moved to his new place that's bigger than the last place that he was in, and he's very happy. So, just wanted to give that an update because Bubba Sadie asked, and Parker is one of my best friends, so that's pretty cool that you know him too. Now back to the show. Okay, so we're gonna start with facts. Okay. Holy fuck! Can you taste the alcohol in this? It is a 10% beer, and it tastes like a 10% beer. I am struggling with. I shouldn't say I'm struggling. I drank most of it. I am.
That's wifey material right there.
Oh, and she's single. Stop it! Stop distracting me. It's gonna be bad tonight. Anyways, facts. There it is. Oh, there it is. Something like that. It is harsh. Like, you can
Call
taste
me.
the alcohol. If you want a beer that, like, you can taste the alcohol, because some people like the alcohol burn. Like, they can drink all sorts of liquor strong. This is for you. Greg always, like, drinks it so easily, and I'm just, like, dying because, like, I can taste the alcohol.
Yeah.
Taste-wise, though, it's really not that bad. It doesn't have, like, a harsh taste to it. It's just if you take a really big sip, you feel the alcohol burn. It's not
doing the beer in shots. Mm.
Yeah, there you go. But it's not that bad. Like, it's a drinkable beer. I'm gonna agree with the price thing. The thing is, like you look at these cans, they're like the big badass cans that are like, hey, we're basic beers, we're 10%, but like I pay a couple 10 cents more.
Is the fax can smaller? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But when you held them up,
It is.
oh, so the crest is in the 500.
This is 500. This is 473.
470. Okay, fair enough. And what's the price difference? Sorry,
This is 410. This is 420.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. So they reduced the size, but they reduced the price. Anyways, either way, I very much agree with Greg. I can add a couple extra 10 cents and find something that might be a little lower percentage-wise or close to, because I know, oh, God, I can't remember names right now.
Well, how much is a can of Sparkle Puff?
Quantum Hugs, the Orange Sickle, the whichever one, the one that Greg is down with really big.
Oh, that's the quadruple. That's the one that's even beyond Sparkle Puff.
That's about five. I think that's more over five. That's
Flying Monkeys. Flying Monkeys.
There we go. Flying Monkeys. Flying Monkeys is these really interesting beers that are really high percentage that might be a little bit more than either of these, which makes it kind of a little bit better value. So there, right away, I'm going to agree with Greg. It loses points because you're going to be a cheap, dirty beer. Be a cheap, dirty beer. Like, I get the whole fucking economy's going up. I get everything. You're probably still making a juicy profit. You can lower these beers and still get a ton and probably more sales because you're supposed to be a dirty, cheap beer. That's it.
Corporate greed, baby. Corporate greed.
So I'm going to agree. This one, I should start with facts. Okay. So style-wise, for me, this one actually rates lower. So I am gonna go with a 7 on this one, and I'm gonna go an 8 with Crest for style.
Ooh.
Literally exact same reasons as Greg said. I'm not diverting. I just prefer Crest over Fax. It's just for me, Crest does it better than Fax, but they're so close. It's just they lose points because We're hobos in a generation of fucking cheap alcoholics. Keep your prices down. You don't need to try and match craft beers. Like, this is ridiculous that these are in the $4 range even. They should be $3 or less. Like, that's fucking bullshit.
I was a little surprised. I mean, granted, my brain is always like probably 5 years behind the times anyway, but I was surprised when I saw the prices.
Yeah, me too. But even me, like, I am not. Like, I'm a person who, like, I found Flying Monkey's can at like $4.50, and it has flavor to it.
Yeah.
Like, and they go on sale like quite frequently too, so I can usually grab one. Like, these never go on sale. So yeah, fuck them. They charge too much for their beer.
So, not to interrupt, like, I guess I'm interrupting. Apologies, but it's $4.20 a can for Fax 10 there.
No,
$4.20 for pressed, which is 500, and then $4.10 for Fax, which is $4.73.
Wow, beer that's cheaper in New Brunswick. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Lucky you, Nick.
You can have your dirty beer then.
All right.
They're greedy whores, so fuck them. They're supposed to be cheap, not expensive. Flavor-wise, as I already said it, you know, Crest I prefer. It doesn't give me that like fucking slap in the face of alcohol. Like, Fax is like a big punch in the face. Like, I taste the alcohol. Like, it's just not hidden. It's straight up like you are drinking alcohol. We are just giving you alcohol in a can. Here you go. Crest is more like, hey, we're gonna like rub you down a little bit so we can just slide it in nicely. Like, it just teases you with an alcohol taste, or no, it teases you with like a sweeter taste, I guess, that hides the alcohol. So it gets a better vote for me. Taste wise, I also, by the way, saved my Crest for cuvee for later, because that's what Greg and I are doing.
We're classy like that.
I hate myself because I don't hate these beers. Like, I hate lagers, but I don't hate these beers. I really do hate myself.
So did you give your rating?
To be fair, they don't really taste like standard lagers, so.
No, but like every time I drink them, I'm like, these are cheap. They're supposed to be cheap, sorry. Dirty fucking high percentage alcohol beers that everyone makes fun of. And I prefer these over the average fucking lager.
So you gave your rating for the Fax 10 Crest, didn't you, Lee? Like, you gave your overall style. What did you give for overall enjoyment?
Overall enjoyment I'm doing right now.
Okay, cool.
You're interrupting.
Sorry.
I'm doing a drug rant, Nick.
Drug-induced rant.
Anyways.
Nick, this is literally going to be the best video on your channel. You get like upwards of 10 to maybe 12 views. So
all the hobos are going to be watching this.
Take advantage.
Fuck you. Fuck these beers. Like, I hate them both right now. I'm supposed to be an expensive bitch, not a cheap bitch. Like,
I love them both right now.
All right. They already automatically go up in marks because I've had these out for a little bit. They've warmed up and they still taste relatively the same. That, I think, right there is a huge accomplishment. Lagers themselves, like macro lagers, cheap lagers, whatever the fuck you want. When they start to get warm, they like completely lose their quality. These both have kept their flavor, so right away off the bat, awesome. Fuck you for being so expensive, though. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna hate myself for this. I'm gonna hate myself. I think it's because I'm drunk and I'm just enjoying them more than I should.
I mean, that definitely changed your perspective.
Okay, this is really weird. Please understand, when they were first cold, I preferred the Crest over the Fax. But now that they're warming up, I prefer the Fax over the Crest. So I'm having a really hard time reading them.
Wow.
Breaking news on Maxwell Star's channel.
I'm having a hard time right now. I'm sorry, guys.
I see it. The drunker you're getting, the more you can't pay attention. Hey, you know how I feel now.
Oh my god! You already know how you
she's
feel.
drinking 20% of beer right now, man. 40%.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? Yeah. I heard everything that everybody said. That's a weird thing. Usually I can only hear nothing. but I registered everything. Perfect. Okay.
Everyone talk at the same time. Lily can understand us all.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Fuck this shit. These beers are assholes. I hate them. I'm gonna give them 9 both for style because they keep their flavor. I really enjoy them, and I'm drinking them way too fast, and they're 10% beers. The end.
Yep.
Fuck this
Your
episode.
personal preference.
Style.
This is, personal preference. Personal preference.
So you're
not
getting
style.
9s for personal preference on.
Yep, because I'm drinking them too easily. They're 10% beers, and I can't figure out which one I prefer more now because
Wow, that's
crest or the facts now taste better that it's warmed up versus the crest. But the crest and the facts hold their flavor really well, and they drink way too easy considering that they are 10%.
I mean, I can understand the logic.
But I'm also getting really drunk, so I feel like that just completely skews everything because I didn't
I
like
can understand the drunk
facts
logic.
really as much.
I think we just lost Jamie.
Oh fuck, Professor Moriarty.
I think we lost. We just lost all viewers. Oh, he's back.
I feel like beers like that are probably designed to be still kind of okay once they warm up because a lot of people would be like drinking them out of a paper bag or something like that.
I have to save some, by the way. This is my cuvee for later.
Oh yes, we'll be doing some cuvee
for later.
I actually got to. I got to.
All right,
But
so we have Lady Lee's scores. Let's go over to Dan.
I don't even understand what happened. It's all over now. I lost all your viewers. Sorry, Nick.
It's all good. Dan, I think we do this for the viewers.
Oh,
we don't have any viewers. All right, so
Hi.
Dan.
Hi, it's my turn.
Dan, how's your supper?
Hi.
It's getting
I'm
cold.
sorry.
I thought
Dan.
I would have had a lot less time to eat, but apparently I did. I could have finished my dinner and then probably had a nap. Anyways,
you're a dick.
Welcome back to the channel, Dan.
Thank you.
Now you know how I feel every time everyone else talks about their beers and goes on a rant.
It all starts off with hating him, and then you become the next wife. That's just how Dan works.
Pretty much, yeah. You're on track. You're on track.
I'm in the wrong process.
You're gonna be my third divorce wife. Anyways,
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
I'm new to myself.
Sorry, you'll what? I couldn't quite hear that. You'll what? Can you make sure? Oh, you're muting yourself. Oh, I
thought she said she nuded herself, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was kind of like, what? Wow, there.
She neutered herself? What?
He's saying you're gonna be like
Bob Barker would be very happy. He'd be very proud of you, Lady
Lee.
Everyone, spay and neuter your elephants.
Too bad there's no debt in Crocker estate to inherit, you know.
Yeah. No, because I'm poor. Well, there's a SUV. It's a step down from a van, but I mean,
you could pull up a pickup truck to his house, take his nice, fancy new fence he's got installed in his backyard.
It
does come apart. I found out that very easily when someone went through it. It does come apart and it does go back together quite nicely.
Yeah, it's like click stuff.
Dan, if I divorced you, I'd take those lights behind you. They're all fancy, and they'd be great if you were high.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, there's also the ones up here too that I don't have on. They also change color too for you, Greg.
Oh, thank you.
If I divorced you, I'd take the woodpecker.
Please, yes. Please, so will you marry me? Anyways,
I feel like it's probably a marauding gang of woodpeckers at this point.
I appreciate all this like lovey-dovey shit when she just recently had her heart broken. So fuck all you.
All right, keep going here.
All right, so
loving you.
$1.40 a beer. I can't really complain about this. The only thing I can complain about is it. I'm on my second one. I have like 2 a night, and it goes down really, really quickly. And yes, Lee, it's still going. Get over it.
Wow.
Now that being said,
mean.
Yeah, I know. I've been drinking hobo beers, so I get mean. I get angry. I want to fight things.
I wouldn't fight you. You seem like a dirty fighter.
I know. It's watered down. It's not really juicy. You do have a hoppy flavor in it, but it tastes pretty much like it has been mass produced for people who want to have a bunch of beers at night and just get sort of drunk-ish off of it.
Well, you're not allowed to day drink it? What the hell?
Well, you could day drink it, I guess. It depends. Like, you could be up all night drinking it and then drink it the next day. You still will have some left over. Take it to the hospital with you as you get your stomach pumped so you have more, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, I also found out this was discontinued. Yeah.
Didn't Lady Lee say something not? She didn't say Alfred Hitchcock, did she? She said somebody else.
I
No,
said
Sherlock
Alfred
Holmes.
Hitchcock.
Oh, I said Sherlock
in the
Holmes.
beginning, I could have sworn you. Yeah, no, you said Sherlock Holmes in the beginning.
He's doing
No,
like
I think I said Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, fair enough.
I said Sherlock Holmes, and then I said Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, Lady Lee takes credit for everything then.
There you go.
Someone said Alfred Hitchcock before me, though, and I agreed with it. That's all.
It's
Jesus.
it's
It might have been
all
me.
by design. It's all by design.
No, that's Alfred Hitchcock.
Uh-huh.
his cock.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Hey, Dan.
You
keep
guys
going.
good?
I intentionally muted myself for this reason. Stop it.
Jesus Christ. Everybody stop talking. Let Dan fucking talk. The episode's long enough.
Yep. You know what?
This is the problem with like cheap beers is they're all high ABV and we're all fucking drunk.
I'm
Well,
sorry, 5.5%.
Oh, you're the least drunk, Dan, because you had something to eat. Go, keep talking.
No, I didn't. My food's still right fucking there.
Well, then you got a reason to hurry up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, poor Toronto. They just about tied it, and then they got it. They lost the lead. Anyways.
Oh, no,
That
darn.
being said, for
it's
style,
3-2-2.
for style that it
Brad
is,
Marchand on
it's
screen.
it's different. It's okay-ish. It's something that somebody average who wants to just have a bunch of beers will have. So for style, 6. Enjoyability, I'm watching hockey, so 6.5.
Why are you saying poor Toronto? Didn't they just scored?
Yeah, and Boston just scored again, so it's now
3-2.
3-2.
Oh, well, how? Why is my stream so far behind or something?
That's a good question. I don't know. Sorry, spoilers. My bad.
A little bit.
All right. Okay, thank
I
you,
thought
Dan.
everyone was watching the same thing. So,
All right, let's go to Jamie, who's stealing copper wire.
I see you're trying to splice into my internet that I stole from the library.
Sorry, Nick. Just pulling some wire there. So,
Montreal just won.
Yay.
who?
This team. They just won tonight.
Bunch of weird French
cool.
people.
Nice.
Nice.
So, this is a question for Greg. So,
Hi, Jamie.
in like the LCBO, there's Żywiec, and what's the other Polish beer that's really popular? There's two that.
Oh, fuck off the. Chris will not be happy with me right now. Żywiec and I don't know. Let me get back to you on that.
Oh, it's right on the.
I would think Lech is a pretty popular. Like that's,
No, it's not. It's not that one. There's
Oh.
another one that. Anyways, I'll try and find what it is. But I have a few Polish friends and relatives.
I mean, there's
And-
Zubra.
Every time that I go over, they always have Żywiec and they have this other one. I
Oh,
can't remember what-
Tiski. That's
Yes,
the one.
yeah, Tiski.
Oh, Tiski,
So-
there we go. Nick's better
Now-
Polish than I am.
Yeah, I've had
Apparently.
both many times, and most of my Polish friends say Żywiec is their favorite. I actually prefer Tiski. Żywiec has, in the same way that Heineken has that, it's got a very distinct, like that aftertaste, and Żywiec has, it's in the same way. It has kind of like a musty. Something that it's a very distinct flavor that if you like it, you will love it. It's the same with Heineken. Like most people either love it or hate it, and I tend to like Heineken. This I don't like all that much. So for me, if I'm gonna go for like even the high ABV beers, like what you guys are having, the what's the two that you have, Greg?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I'm
Greg and
glad
Lee.
you asked. Greg and Lady Leah. Lady Leah.
It's
We
the same
both
one,
have-
right?
We both have Facts 10% and Crest 10%.
Yeah. Okay. So recently I tried the Facts 10%, and it was undrinkable. Maybe I got a bad can. I don't know, but
No, you didn't.
I had
No,
a
you
Facts
didn't.
10%, and there's so many other high ABV beers I'd rather have before that, like Black Bull 10%.
Oh
which
wow,
is
Marcin weighing in, and he's a true Pollock.
Marcin, I appreciate your
Black
proper
Bull.
accent usage.
So Black Bull 10%. It's actually made in it's made in Ontario, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And once I moved out here, you could find it everywhere. Every corner store has Black Bull, and it's actually
Black Bull. I had it on Quebec once.
It is amazing compared to Facts 10%. Like Facts was really, really gross to me, anyways. So I'd rather have Facts, or I'd rather have Black Bull 10% than this. To tell you the truth, it just has some kind of flavor that I don't really like that much. Even though every time I've gone to, Polish relative's house and they have this, I have one ice cold. I enjoy it because it's kind of like you're having a beer that they enjoy. But outside of that, I have this beer right now and I'm like, I would never buy this again. It's kind of gross, actually. So I'm going to give this a 5 for everything. 5 for personal enjoyment, 5 for like this kind of beer. It's just drinkable, but I would not buy it. But I would definitely go to my Polish relative or friend's house and have one alongside some sausage and cheese and pierogies.
There we go.
And other Polish stuff.
All right.
I want sausage and cheese now.
All right, so that's the beer we're gonna.
Cheese.
That's the beer we're gonna buy when Jamie wants to come over.
Yeah. That's
and I would happily drink it, Greg. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks for the invite.
You're always invited,
You're very
Jamie.
welcome.
Anytime. Jamie,
If you come this way, Jamie, please be careful.
Yeah. no, Jamie, if you come
Prayer
by my
emoji.
place, if you come by my place, don't be careful at all. Just drink whatever substance I give you.
So once you get to Greg's house, you'll have a blast. But to make it there,
yeah, and thank you, Greg.
Swim in his pool.
Yes, I will.
I mean, it's not open yet, but you're welcome to try.
Not yet. When it's open.
I might open it very soon.
I'm gonna put myself back on the screen here, but thanks, Jamie, for that. Black Bull 10 though, like I've had that before, and I filmed a review with Scott 3 years ago in Charlotte, so I might have to upload that review just because one person might actually want to watch that.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yes, upload it.
In another review, I remember we're talking about Polish beers, and me and Greg did a review of.
Oh, look at us! Oh, look at me in my old condo.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about going through some old reviews and just processing anything that might be still relevant, because I imagine Black Bull and Akachim haven't changed much in 3 years,
just
4 or 5
post
years.
Just post every review you have. They're all probably amazing.
Right. Anyway, so getting down to the beer that I have tonight, I've not just had one XXX or 2 XXXs.
Oh my God! Have you had 3, Nick?
3 XXXs. I am working on.
Oh, he's like, are you on number 4, Nick?
I am on.
I missed
4.
Nicholas Lowe.
7.3 beers.
Nick, you should be making malt liquor videos. Make some malt liquor videos.
Drink them fucking label out, bitches.
Yeah, label out.
Nick, awesome. Would you mind drinking that out of a paper bag as it was intended?
I don't have any paper bags here. All right. What do I think about this beer? Well, you know what? It does have that kind of caramel corn kind of taste. It's obviously not jug lager, malt liquor, but if you go into it thinking this is a malt liquor, it's got that like it's caramel, that Cornish kind of aftertaste in the back of the beer, a little earthy finish to it. I mean, it's absolutely not a great beer, but when it comes to being smooth, it's actually quite smooth. It's quite easily drinkable. It's enjoyable to the point where if you have to, you're desperate. It's certainly a serviceable beer, and especially sitting here and listening to everybody fucking talk for over an hour and a quarter.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, you better be.
Jesus,
I
Nick.
have multiplied. I don't even know what I'm saying. I have tried.
You're multiplying.
I'm sorry.
What? Okay.
You have made
hit really
you have made the
hard
best version
You
of Lady
picked-
Lee there is.
this fucking topic, and Greg brought up the crest and facts battle.
Oh my god.
Fuck all of you right now. I
Oh,
still have
I don't know.
day and a beer to drink, and I'm dying. I didn't eat enough today.
Yeah, but the whole thing I would have to say about it is like I'm drunk, so I don't give a fuck right now.
that's why I shoved a bunch of pizza in my mouth right before we started. Is that so I wouldn't get
Probably a solid plan.
I ate, but I only ate not enough. Sorry, Greg. Sorry, Nick. Sorry.
It's all good. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, my thoughts on this is like if you're going into this expecting to get a high quality craft beer, you're fucking you are off your rocker. If you're looking to get a beer that's going to get you drunk or beer not taste like crap, I mean, within reason, to get that far, it's not cloyingly sweet like Fax 10 is. I mean, it's only 7.3, but I would say this beer tastes a hell of a lot better. Excuse me, than like Molson Canadian would.
Wow.
It's maybe even a little less heavy on the palate, and it is. I mean, it goes into the beer. It doesn't lie. It makes you think that this is going to be a heavier beer. As long as you are ready for that and expect it, it actually goes down quite smooth. And as you can see, you can drink a lot of these things in a hurry if you have to. So at that price, like at like I think here it's like $20.99 for a 4-pack. So when you do the math, it's like $2.60 a can. At that price, absolutely worth it. Like yeah. I'm gonna give it an 8 for the style. Because if you're talking about like some kind of cheap beer, malt liquor that's going to get you drunk,
Are we good?
It's
Nick's having a good time.
It's definitely doing the trick.
I thought I was fucked up.
Henry from Scouts came back. Do you see that?
I don't think Nick's seeing anything at this point.
And you know what? I'm going to give it a 6 for overall enjoyment because there's definitely better out there. And there's probably a lot of beers I would have drank over this, but like I'm not going to fail it either because it is most certainly serviceable. If you're having one of those nights where you just need to forget all of your problems,
serviceable.
Where all your troubles. Well, has the Cheers theme song go? You want to forget all your troubles.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
You want to go where people know.
Greg K.
Know the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are this drunk when we start singing.
I don't want to ruin the celebration, but I'm pretty sure Jamie just pulled a knife out of his ceiling.
Jesus
Is that
Christ.
a ceiling knife for Jamie, or are you just happy to see us?
I'm just
He's
stripping
just
some
stealing
wires.
copper. We already knew this.
Yeah.
He's been doing it the whole episode.
Yeah.
Now he's whittling.
He's got a lot of work to do.
You know what the real hardcore people do? They burn the fucking covers off those wires.
Oh wow!
Right.
Go into the woods and set a fire.
We should
All
recommend.
right, so 8 and 6 is what I give mine for a rating. Let's. I'm going to turn it over to Redbeard here to read the rest of the comments.
Oh, we lost Jamie.
And Jamie just took off probably because he shorted his network cable in the house. I'm going to throw out my cans.
I think we're basically caught up.
4.
We didn't miss much here. No, so we're like basically at like Henry from Scowlitz saying, "Lady Lee, can she please? You can move in with me and my wife, please."
He basically.
Lots of Polish people have no idea what good beer is. It's all about vodka. We give Marston's comments here.
I missed one.
My wife, please.
And I think he mentioned this before the last time he was here talking about Alaskan Amber. I've never heard of that or tried it, but
where do you live?
Marston saying, "Oh, where the fuck? He's in the States. I can't recall. I want to say Ohio, maybe. Ohio, Utah. My brain can't remember." Molson Triple X back in a day was the go-to beer. I think Labatt Tete Ice was kind of the same. It got you tucked up on the cheap.
Tucked up.
Nice. Lady Lee, please marry me and my
Oh
wife.
my god. Okay.
There's Lancaster, Ohio.
There's a
I said
Lancaster.
Ohio. I was right. Look at me go.
There's a Lancaster by my hometown. So that's hilarious because like Lancaster used to be the team that was in second, the soccer team that was in second, and Lagan was always in first. And that's hilarious. I know it's in Ontario.
Oh, it's such a small world. Maybe he can marry her by trading a couple
it's
horses.
just the Lancaster thing, which I think is really cool because Lancaster, the name.
Get the proper dowry and everything.
I drove to Lancaster all the time to get home from my placement.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what kind of farm animals do you have to offer in return for Lady Lee?
Yeah, we want at least 2 textile factories and 15 goats. That's our final offer.
So obviously, all the men here as a whole, we own Lady Lee because that's the way the world works.
Hold on, there is
empty
something
dead minute left to play. Minute left of the game, and the
comment of the animals. I'm gonna say my thing, and then you can talk over me.
Go ahead.
So. Was it Cody? I can't remember. Anyways, I was dating somebody, and my dad is like, I introduced them to my dad, and my dad's like, I expect 3 goats and 2 llamas, by the way. So you guys literally just did exactly what my dad does.
Oh, nice.
Well, just to be in the shadow of Bob Hardy, we're all honored.
Oh my god,
it's
I just spilled my
meant to be.
All right, so let's circle back around, starting with Redbeard, and say of all the beers you heard here tonight, I know there's not much to choose from, but what would you have rather have had?
Never tried. Why the fuck not? That triple X shit you're having.
All right.
It seems to be pretty drinkable considering how much you've just fucking guzzled at this point.
All right, let's go to Greg. Greg, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you rather have had?
Is there the option just to get my $4 back, or is that not an option?
Can you just roll for mine? Because I got drunk with you on this bullshit.
I might do that. I actually want to address 2 things Lady Lee said. Actually, I agree with her on both points. Number one, for what these beers cost nowadays, this Fax 10% or Crest 10%. Yeah, the fact that you can get Sparkle Puff or the Creamsicle, whatever the fuck it's called, for like less than $1 more, definitely makes it seem like, hey, maybe you shouldn't buy this stuff anymore. And I will also agree with her that it is better than your average lager, but I think it depends what you mean by your average lager. If you're comparing it to like an American lager, Molson Canadian, Budweiser, this actually tastes better than that because it doesn't. At least it doesn't taste like it has a whole shit ton of corn syrup in it.
Mm-hmm.
Bread Marchand.
How much is a can of like Budweiser or Coors Light right now?
I have no fucking clue. I bought my wife a 6-pack of Coors Light. It was like $17 for 6 tall cans. I was like, fuck that shit.
Let me.
Greg,
all right, so Greg votes for Lee. Let's go to Lee and see who she votes for.
I actually didn't vote, but okay, sure.
Okay, Greg, who do you fucking vote for?
I vote for Lady Leah. She's my kindred spirit at this point.
All right,
also,
fine. Let's go.
Also, this is a cuvee. Give me a second, Nick. Cuvee, Crest, Fax 10%. As far as I'm concerned, it tastes like Crest because the Crest takes over.
I haven't tried mine yet.
Tastes like Crest 10%.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go over here.
All right, I'm gonna make it really simple. Greg and I are in this together, so I vote for Greg.
Yeah.
Collusion
here.
I'm so fucked up right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, Henry from Scouts has cattle and horses. We can work something out.
I love horses. I really do. I'm terrified to ride them. I just like to pet them because I think they're such majestic creatures. Anyway,
horse riding's awesome. Well, I guess you're small. You need a smaller horse. You should try to ride a pony.
I've ridden horse. I've ridden the smaller I don't remember what they're called now. But like
horses?
whatever they're called.
It's not a pony, but it's a small horse. Yeah.
I've ridden those. I've ridden big horses. Not at all. It terrifies the fuck out of me. But I love horses.
There are some huge horses out there. Like some of them are fucking massive.
I love horses. I love horses. I love horses. I think they're the most beautiful fucking animals. I love horses so goddamn much. I just terrified to ride them, but I love horses. Why did you do this to me?
I didn't do anything. You did it yourself.
You did.
Nick, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Self-infliction
That's
does
why we need
not
to do one of
mean
these episodes
deflection.
once a
I
month.
was literally gonna stick
That
with my
Radiohead song.
I made a comment during my live stream tonight
please.
about like why did humans as a species
I should have just drank
decide
this.
that horses were like the animal that we're gonna like domesticate, and like why didn't we use moose? Why don't we have like herds of moose?
Because
moose
horses
is
are
a-
better.
Yeah, mooses are
All
probably
right.
hard to domesticate.
All right.
Well,
who's
that's the thing. Over time, I don't know. But just weird thought in my head.
There's a comment. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
done. Jesus drunk, Nick. You're too mean.
There was a cuvee, by the way, that we both did. Comment from below.
Drink your
I
cuvee
am-
already.
I am pansexual, so I take this offer. My cuvee.
Henry's offering you pebbles. It's a bad trade. Don't do it.
The fruity pebbles.
No,
Yeah,
it's the shitty horse from Kingdom Come.
know.
Marson horses
Here.
and shit.
Thank you.
No, we're gonna negotiate a better price for Lady Lee. This guy's not gonna pull one over on
You
us.
want a bigger dowry
Okay.
than that.
I do realize I did put. I don't even know. Anyways, I agree with Greg. The crust, you could taste the crust more than the facts. I think crust does have more flavor in general, versus the crust is more like this is alcohol, this is lager, like this is what you do. Crust was more like, hey, we're gonna tease you and hide the alcohol flavor a little more. So I do taste the crust more than the cuvee. It still tastes like what I've been doing all night, so it makes no fucking difference to me. And then the end. Bye, guys.
For some reason,
All right.
when you
All
started
right,
doing
all
that
right.
description, I wasn't sure exactly. I don't know. I was watching the end of the
All right.
game, and I heard
All right.
crest as crust.
All right, shut up,
It was kind of
beer.
funny.
Good,
I
Dan.
can taste the
What
crust. It was
do you
funny.
think?
Fuck you, man.
What
Wow.
of all the beers here tonight, Dan? Which your
Give me the
what's
Polish
your-
one. We're done.
The Polish.
Which one?
There's two of them.
I have one, and Jamie has
Gary
one.
or
Oh, I
Jamie?
didn't realize that Jamie had one. So he was a late arrival. You know what? I'll go with the one that I was going to go for before. So red beer, yours.
Carrie.
Yay, me.
Okay, so Carrie
Let-
gets Dan's vote.
Let-
All right,
let-
Jamie. Of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you rather have had?
Oh, for Jamie.
Well, Nick, you might as well crack another triple X because I got a few things I got to talk about. So first thing,
Can I go
I've-
pee?
Yes, go pee.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
gonna
I'm
go
kidding. I
fucking
won't
piss.
take too
All right.
long. But I have this Olympia beer. So the funny thing about this is it says it's in the water, and this was originally brewed in the States, and now it's brewed in Saskatoon, Canada. So the water definitely, it's snaked up. It's piped from where it originally was brewed up to Saskatoon, Canada. So we've got that, and it's pretty delicious. But the next thing, what were we talking about?
Who's
Something about
I think we're having some beers or something. I'm not.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
have your
exactly.
rating? Did we miss you for rating? And I'm just really drunk.
Oh,
and
I
forget.
gave it fives all around for the Z.
Okay,
the
I am
G-Wits.
drunk and I did forget. I apologize.
What was the other thing? Oh, Greg brought up, what was that beer you brought up by Flying Monkeys? The Sparkle Puff.
Sparkle Puff and the creamsicle one we were talking about.
I started thinking about
Quantum
that,
Hub,
and
Quantum
that you remember that drunk pokeroo
Yeah.
guy? It's just
Vaguely.
Heard of
isn't
him?
it ironic that he's very like such a fat guy is mad that they gave him extra chunks in his beer. Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you
because he
think
did
he'd
it
like
just for
more-
him.
Yeah, wouldn't you think he would like more chunks in his beer? Or at least like more things to ingest?
I would say inhale, but
Yeah,
that's
well,
just,
yeah, you could inhale for sure. But is Nick done? Is he back yet?
Nope, he's not back yet. So
He can still hear you.
Yeah.
He has a really big wiener to
He's
filter
making
it
me
through.
like stretch the show out a little bit more.
Yeah, Nick starts peeing. It takes a good 20 seconds for the pee to get from the
Oh, I can't
beginning
stand-
just to
Doing
the
my
end.
best, Nick.
You know,
I'm stretching the show out until you get back.
Hey, look, everyone look at
Okay,
Layla.
well-
Layla's here.
it's like
All right,
pissing
well,
through a
I'll-
python.
No, I will give my pick, but I'll give my pre pick, the one that made it before. So if I could pick the beer Lee or Le, what she has, but through her eyes. You know what I mean? Like
I appreciate it. Thank you.
She has a love for those beers that I just don't have, and I wish that I could, emulate.
I will take that.
And, yeah,
I will take that.
yeah. So, but other than that, I will pick. It's a general rule. Beers with more X's in it, it's better. So next beer,
They're naughtier.
They have 3 X's. Well, no, it's just more delicious, more nutrients. There's generally more delicious packed in the more X's. So that's my pick.
You get that extra taste of vagina with your beer.
X. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't spin.
That's it.
I'm wired in.
Nick, I did the best I could. God damn it, guys.
Yep. So, Jamie, since we got you live here, are you gonna be watching the Oilers game tonight?
Who?
The Oilers.
The Calgary or who?
The one that you live up there, the one that you've gone to actually see a game.
Has baseball started already?
Yeah, it has. So is curling. Where the hell have you been?
Jesus. Yeah, I'll probably check it out. If it's on the CBT, I'll check it out.
So I think Jamie just voted for me, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna bring myself back front, right, and center here, and crack open my 5th Triple X here while I'm.
Oh well, let's. I can't wait to hear how Nick goes and calls in sick tomorrow.
Okay, so I have to be honest. I have no interest in trying a Fax Tenor Crest.
Have you ever tried them before?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I had every beer here tonight except for the one Dan has that I have got no interest in, a Granville Island shitty IPA, because it doesn't sound all that exciting to me. So the toss-up to me is between Zivich and Lech. And as much as it pains me to do this, because it means there's a tie, I'm going to go with Lech, because anytime I hear of a Polish beer, that's the one I think of. Like, that's like Lech. I would love to have a Lech again, because not that it's any good, but because that's the iconic fucking Polish beer. So that means that there's a 2-way tie between me and Carrie, which has to be decided by the crowd, or crowds over here, wherever the chat is. So whoever's in there, probably Marcin, if you're watching.
Henry.
Or Henry. Is it Molson Triple X, or is it going to be Lech? Pick your winner.
Yeah, anybody still watching?
I literally thought it was supposed to be like the people who did not vote for you voted first, and then it was.
All right, fine. So, who didn't vote? That would be. Let's start with Greg. Greg, of all of the between me and Carrie, which one would you rather have?
Between you and Carrie, so it's between Molson Triple X and it's between Carrie. Well, Carrie only drank 1, and Nick drank like 15, so clearly Nick's is better. So I want to try Nick's.
Okay,
I can't argue with that. That's
and
flawless logic.
Yours has pornography related to it with the Triple X. So also logic that just can't be denied right there. Yeah,
I literally it's literally Triple X. It's literally Triple X, and I'm on my 5th fucking can for this episode.
Nick is literally drinking the juice of Vin Diesel right now.
4, 5th. I'm on my 5th can.
And Marcin also has chimed in, also giving you a vote. So Nick has overwhelmingly won.
Yeah, Nick is just the champion here.
So I realized my headphones got disconnected.
I am the champion.
Thank you, Jamie, for your comment, by the way, because I very much appreciate that. Jimmy.
I don't even know.
And Henry, I completely am with you. Getting drunk and stoned and playing Kingdom Come Deliverance is just awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, having a good time and playing your favorite game. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, wow. I'm surprised I like this much.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, sorry, I got really excited. He mentioned Skyrim and he said the mead thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, yep, cool, I'm gonna visit.
No, yeah, he loves Skyrim, and look at this. Him and his wife, they make their own fucking.
That's literally what I just said. The whole mead thing.
So I didn't hear the mid thing. I just heard the Skyrim part.
As soon as you offer to shoot her in the knee, she's putty in your hands.
I've honestly never actually. I've had like I don't know, just I guess basic bitch bottom of the barrel mead that's been okay. But then I think back to the Well and Piss Up where some piece of shit brought that Schramm's raspberry stuff. Straight up some of the most amazing alcoholic liquid I've ever had in my life. So I feel it's like beer. There's like shitty beer and amazing beer, shitty mead, amazing mead. Yeah.
I don't know if he was still here. Henry, what do you mean by medieval game room? Because I'm curious.
Well, yeah, we need some elaboration on that. I'm assuming it's a game room that's got kind of a medieval theme to it. It's probably almost exactly what you're thinking in your head.
I feel like Lady Lee would be into Kingdom Come Deliverance.
It's again, if you like Skyrim, take Skyrim and remove, make it realistic. Remove the dragons and the fucking magic and the weird non-human races, and yeah, it's historically accurate to a point. Like the place, the map you're playing in, there are people in the Reddit and stuff that post pictures of some of the buildings that are still there to this day. It's insanely, and the immersion in it, the things you can do. Like it's so open and amazing.
All right. So we've established that as far as the beer goes, that Molson Triple X is the winner tonight, considering we drank like 5 cans of this shit.
Yeah.
What are we doing for next week's beer? Because Chris, like an hour ago, asked the magic question.
You sound disappointed.
And well, I don't know. I had bought Collective Arts Peak to Peak to do for next week, but it appears that the North Bay contingent here cannot get it. So, does anybody have any ideas what we can do for next week?
There's that Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah, Voodoo Ranger, exactly.
Yeah, but the North Bay guys can't get that either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Unless you want to order it.
You know what? Wait.
Wait, I won't be here next week.
I think I've seen that in the independent grocer here in town. I might be able to do a little because the LCBO and beer store, I can fire up the app or whatever online. There's other grocery stores, even though you can go online and shop, they don't have any of their beer in that for some reason. It's really annoying, but I think I'll do a check tomorrow.
Yeah, check that tomorrow. Check your independent. You see if you have any Voodoo Ranger, because I already have a can.
Even though I don't want to fucking do that.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting about that, because I only picked that up because I was just looking around for a cheap IPA, and I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't even know if I've ever had that. So I got it, and it's very cheap here for I think it's a 500 ml can, and it was pretty good. I actually liked it, and I was surprised to see or hear how much you disliked it. So it would be a good one to see what everyone thinks about it.
Well, I found it here as a 4-month-old can, so
Not just happened.
I've had it before and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
How much was it a can? $5.49 a can here, so yikes. Yeah. So I have a can of Voodoo Ranger. If Greg can get it, Jamie can get it, and you show up next week. And if Carrie, you go check your independent. Otherwise, we could do another BA of some other theme that will come up on the fly.
We can or a hangout works equally well. We can just do.
We can also do a hangout.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, either way, whoever's watching right at this point, we will be here next Wednesday hanging out at the Worst Case Ontario.
Anyway, me and Lady Lee will be doing another round of reviewing these 2 beers. It's gonna be
our
right.
Next year.
Marson says if Voodoo Ranger, which one? Haha, there's 20 different kinds. We're talking about whatever the base.
Just the OG. The OG.
Yeah, it's gonna be the yellow can.
I've never even seen or heard of any other variant of that.
There's a million of them. Like in the States, they get the real Voodoo Ranger plus the gazillion different variants. Ours is actually just made by Steam Whistle. So It's
That's the only one I knew of.
It's contract brewed. No, it's a big U.S. beer. There's a whole whack load of them, but in Canada we just get the one that's contract brewed by Steam Whistle.
Yep. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Nice. Another comment. That's I don't even know how to really interpret that one. That we love you and we'll thinking about you here soon. Like they're gonna fire up the live stream in the background while they're having some sex or something.
This sounds almost close to stalking, but you know,
we've been online for almost.
This is a long analysis.
An hour and 40. This is probably the longest episode.
I'm getting yelled at that I gotta walk the dogs. So
all right, we will.
Penis.
I got you.
Right, Carrie's whipped out the penis already, and Chris Peters killed those women.
No, he didn't.
What do you mean? Did Jamie want to explain?
What's that? Oh, I was taking a phone call. See you, Nick.
All right.